Singapore art groups are having more frequent engagements with overseas networks, with some doing twice as many since the COVID pandemic. This is to further develop talent, tap into a wider audience, and bring in a greater diversity of artworks. Mohammed Bahajjaj with more.
Scenes of love and labour in the art world. These are some of the exhibited works at Yo Workshop, which has doubled its engagements at overseas art fairs since 2019. It has cast its net wide to fairs in Paris, Hong Kong and South Korea, with some interactions eventually leading to bigger shows at biennales. Local artists get to benefit too.
You meet all the cream of the crop of curators, institutions, museums, art collectors globally at these platforms. And when our local artists get an opportunity to exhibit there, they then are able to interact with those audiences and level up their practice to the next level.
Some of these artists' works were showed at free public exhibitions or were donated to medical institutions. Meanwhile, at the Objectives Visual Art Space, it has grown its overseas collaborations, bringing in regional artists for local mentorships. It also conducts tours for students and seniors on regional art.
I think that it is also on art spaces like us to create different points of engagement for different communities and different audiences, to expand one's worldview, to form different kinds of solidarities, to learn about lived experience outside our own. And I feel that this generates empathy and a greater sense of community.
But rising costs remain a challenge, as travel and shipping expenses have gone up by roughly a third in recent years. For Ms. Chua, local grants and platforms help in easing these challenges. One such platform is the Singapore Biennale. Organised by the Singapore Art Museum, it brings artists from around the world for dialogues and exhibitions, leveraging its burgeoning global network.
Often these conversations also lead to collaborations in the future beyond the biennial, and this is also what we're trying to develop. Allow our artists to develop the right kind of networks so that they can go on to build projects well beyond the Singapore Art Museum and its initiatives.
There are also exchange programs by the National Arts Council. A recent one with the Korea Foundation for International Cultural Exchange will see 4 artists heading over later in the year.
Researching into spaces, they are researching into venues, they are researching into the sustainability of the markets. Hence, the results of their research, the results of their exchanges will then be sort of put together, consolidated and shared across both markets with, be it Singapore and Korea. And from the insights from this project, right, it does actually help a lot of the other artists gain a faster traction.
Findings will be used to start future programs with other overseas partners. NAC says it will continue to foster international exchanges for local art makers.